bone stock 562 XP. It is on its first tank of gas. It has, well, I mean, it's almost full. So I've only done just a handful of cuts with it. This is a completely fresh saw. So I just warmed it up over there in a smaller piece of wood. And I know it's a smaller piece of wood, so, you know. But boy, it felt, you know, pulling this 36-inch bar. So I have two saws that I really lump in together, and that's the 620 Direwolf that I built and the MS 400. They're extremely close in power, feel. If you go by just feel, the 400 does feel better, and I think it's a touch lighter maybe. But they're really, really comparable saws to me. Now the 400 is completely stock. The 620 has been ported, so I get that there's more that can be happening with that 400. But anyways, this is a third one that I am going to be lumping into that same category. And this one, from what I just did, I was really impressed with the way it felt with this 36-inch bar. Let me put it that way. Let's see how it cuts. Fuck me. Okay, for those of you guys that want to see this up against the 400 and the Direwolf, maybe I'll go ahead and do that, even though it's just not comparable. It really isn't. Like right here, this is hard as nails, you know? And right here, this coming out here, you can probably see it at this point. It's been shaved off. This is a branch, right? Whenever I was cutting with the 400, this log was that thick, right? And it was a lot softer wood. And so it's not right to compare the 400 to the 620 dire wolf to this thing, right? Because right here at this point, it is harder wood. And you go, what? It's not a big deal. It's only about 1 inch in circumference, or 2 inches in circumference difference than what it was earlier. Well, look how big this thing is. 2 inches in circumference makes a huge deal. That's a lot of extra wood that you're having to cut. And you know, if you watch the channel, I'm a stickler about trying to get the wood exactly the same size, exactly the same strand of oak and everything, you know. But I mean, yeah, it would probably be interesting to see it, but I will definitely give a disclaimer that the wood, it is not a fair assessment. Now, just going off of memory, what's in my head, I want to say this thing felt more powerful than the other two. But I don't know. I feel like I have a memory of being able to pull a little harder on that 620. But you know, it's been ported. I get that. I get it. This is completely stock. So, but it's real close between that 620 and this and the MS 400. You know, which maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong a million times. I'm fine with it. The ones who ain't fine with it are the people that like to call out my mistakes. But, you know, I mean, sometimes I'm wrong, but the 400 is 67 cc's. And I am lumping it in with two 59cc saws. Now, the 400 may be more powerful. You know, it may be. I can't, but the fact that I'm like going, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Do you feel me? You feel me, bruv? So, I just am like, I'm like, I don't know. I can't really tell the difference between the 400, this thing, and my ported dire wolf. They're so similar in power. And but man, this thing is nice. I can't believe that it's running that good completely stock. I mean, wow, that thing's pulling chain. Again, you know, I mean, I've said this with other saws, but completely shocked. I figured this would be nothing but RPMs. Well, it's got good torque if it can pull through that. 59 cc's. I do believe it. That's exactly what it is. It's 59. It says on the top here 60, but I don't think that it's actually, I don't think it's actually 60 cc's. But whatever. It's a dang ripping saw.